Hello, everyone. I'm Estela Casas, creative brand strategist for the Viva Auto Group family of dealerships. Thanks for listening to the VivaStyle Podcast, where we have interesting conversations about the automotive industry that provides hundreds of jobs in the borderland. Let's talk VivaStyle. Good morning, everyone. It's a little chilly here in the borderland right now, but it's nice. It's a nice change, huh?
Definitely nice from the heat.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning. Silvia Sandoval with Capital One Auto Finance. You're the area sales manager.
Yes, for El Paso and Las Cruces.
Well, welcome
Thank
to
you.
the VivaStyle Podcast. It's
Thank
an
you for having
opportunity
me.
to have a conversation, and we'll be talking about money.
Everybody's favorite thing.
Right. So tell me, you don't have it's not brick and mortar. We don't have a big building that says Capital One, but tell me a little bit about Capital One and how we're all connected.
Well, first of all, with Capital One, it started with credit cards. And they've branched into almost everything. They have savings checking, everything a normal bank would. Like you said, we don't have a local branch here in El Paso, but we are available nationwide and globally, remotely. And as you know, we're in your wallet. So.
Absolutely, in everybody's wallet. And
Yes.
you're also a big part of the Viva Auto Group.
Yes, we are a big part of the Viva Auto Group.
We just started a big campaign called the Pick, Click, Drive,
Yes.
where people can start the process of purchasing a car, new or used, and
Yes.
just filling all the paperwork ahead of time.
Yes,
And
basically cutting time from being in person at a dealership.
Yes.
In half, really. So
Yes, it is, because you can do it on your own time, in the comfort of your home or your office or your anywhere. On your phone. And as the more information that you're able to fill out in this category of Pick, Click, Drive in our website,
Yes.
the less time you'll spend in the showroom.
Correct.
And there's a little button in there that says Capital One. So tell us, explain to everybody your relationship with Viva Auto Group.
Well, we are big partners with the Viva Auto Group in many ways. We do have our button on their websites where customers really locally, obviously, is the primary target, but even nationwide can go to their website and click and apply. So it's a button on their website. It says Explore Financing with Capital One. It is a soft pull credit environment, so it's no impact to the customer's score.
Okay.
And they are able to receive real rate and real payment information from the dealer's website.
So Capital One and Viva Auto Group make it easier for people to be able to
Yes.
look at their financing, explore all those things. But why go with Capital One if you don't have a building here?
Well, that's a great question. And I think the best way to answer that is something we've all learned, sometimes painfully, over the last few years, is that not everything has to be done in person anymore. And more we're realizing what can be done at the click of a button. So most banks offer paying bills online. We have an app where you can pay your car payments online and customer service available around the clock. So it's just ease of use, and we're there. We may not physically be here, but we're on your phone.
And everybody has a phone, right?
Yes, everybody has a phone.
It's amazing how we're able to do everything on our phones, even purchase a house. I know
Yes.
that a lot of people, not only in this market, but throughout the country, are purchasing homes online.
Yes.
Sight unseen.
Sight unseen.
So the purchase of your home is a number one. Having a mortgage is your largest, bill that you have to pay,
Yes.
right? But a car is your second one.
Yes.
But more and more people are also starting the process online, and Capital One is helping people look at that
Correct.
in a different light. When you see all those numbers ahead of you, in front of you, it's easier to walk into the showroom and say, "Okay, I'm okay. Look, I'm okay."
I've already done my numbers. It gives them an expectation. So what we're sending to the dealership is an educated consumer. You have an idea of what to expect. So if you want to look at, the new Ford F-150, you're going to know what you should expect to pay.
Right.
So it's a little bit more of an educated consumer. So if you see the payment and you're like, oh no, it's also going to show you on the Viva website what other vehicles you qualify for and the payments associated with those vehicles.
We make it easier for you to
Much
purchase a
easier.
car. Now, you mentioned educated consumer. I think that the internet and the access to information has made us all smarter consumers and educated consumers. A lot of people still do that, but a lot of people still like to go in and feel the car and, smell the new car. But what kind of advice do you give to people who are trying to get their financing online?
Well, I would say it's one, like you said, everything is available to us online. So it's do your research, look into your vehicles, and make sure it meets your family's needs. Because sometimes, in my experience, in my career, what we see is you come in and buy one car and you realize, I needed something bigger. This isn't going to work. So you want to know what you're purchasing, make sure it fits your needs. And the other thing I would do is, honestly, just shop the website. One thing that's really great about the Viva Auto Group is they have, I think here locally, including Cruces, they have 8 locations.
Yes.
And almost every major brand associated. So if maybe what you wanted was a Nissan,
you go to
Viva Nissan.
Absolutely. Yeah. But we also have used cars.
Yes.
So we have Viva Chevy, Viva Ford, Viva Nissan, Viva Dodge, Viva Mazda, and Power Sports, and we also have Las Cruces. So you have everything. It's the ease of your phone and on your fingertips, because right now, as you already know, there's low inventory for new vehicles, but you can also pre-order.
Yes.
You can start the process at home, and then you come into our showroom and finish the buying process and the pre-order process as well.
Correct. Yes. You could start online, and then, ultimately the final purchase will be completed at the dealership. But I think we're venturing far away from the days of, I'm going to go buy a car. I'm leaving. I'll see you at dinner.
Right.
So it's more of a
convenience.
Convenience. And it's cutting that time. You're able to shop maybe more peacefully at home, look at cars and see if this is what you really want. And then when you make your ultimate selection, or you select a couple of vehicles that you've looked at, so that when the information gets to the dealership, they can look and see what you had. They'll call you and say, hey, so we saw you looked at this, 2019 Murano. Were you interested in that or something like it? And maybe they'll prepare what you're going to go see. So it's cutting shopping time.
Absolutely. And probably avoid a lot of the impulse buying.
Definitely.
Too. It's like, I want a Maserati, but I can only afford a Ford Focus or a small trunk. Right?
Yes, exactly.
So that makes it easier on you, because you see the numbers in front of you on the things you can and cannot afford.
Yes.
And it's a reality check as well.
Definitely. Because, we don't realize what a payment is going to be until it's in front of us. And it gives you time also at home to think, can I really afford this? Factoring in insurance, all that stuff, so that when you come in, you're confident in your purchase and there's no regrets.
We make it easy to pick, click, and drive.
Click and drive.
Silvia, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from El Paso, born and raised. I've worked with Capital One for a little more than 6 months, but I've worked locally with other financial institutions for the last 17 years, if not more.
You know all about numbers and customer service.
And auto lending, yes.
And auto lending.
I've done it for years now. Yes, ma'am.
So what makes this job special? When we have guests come in, it's primarily about the automotive industry and about numbers and about selling with purpose. But there's also a person behind all that information. And that's why I like to ask people about their lives, about themselves. So when you do call Silvia, you know what she looks like, you know her connection, and you know that she's from El Paso.
Yes. No, it's really nice. And then that, the position in El Paso from Capital One is new because they identified a need for local representation, because I like to call it a diamond in the desert, El Paso.
Absolutely.
We're in the middle of nowhere, but it's our little bubble and we make it work. So having worked locally with, all the dealerships in El Paso for several years now, you establish relationships and rapport and you get to know one another. So what's fun about my job is, honestly, like, I see some of these guys at, let's say, the Viva Auto Group, and I'll be like, oh, how is your son? Oh, how old is he now? And it's just crazy how time goes by and the relationships you build. That's the fun part, is the personalization of it all.
I think that many times we think it's, the bottom line. Sure, if it's a business, you got to make money in a business, or it's not a business, it would be a charity. And even charities have to make money. But there's always a story, and there's always a person behind those numbers. So it's important to recognize.
Definitely, yeah.
So what can somebody expect? So how can people get a hold of you? We know how to get a hold of you because we are partners. We are community partners, and it's so important to build community partnerships with your bank, with your church, with your different people that you come in contact with. So how can we get a hold of you? How, besides going to the Viva Auto Direct or VivaAutoGroup.com to purchase a vehicle?
Well, Capital One has its own website. It's called AutoNavigator.com, and it's nationwide. So if they go to AutoNavigator.com, again, you can you can break it down to specific vehicles. Like, I really am bent on getting this 2019 Honda Civic. They can search for that vehicle, and it's going to show them within up to 100-mile radius.
But we want them to shop on Viva Auto.
Yes. Well, let's say they have a used one in the Viva Auto Group website.
We buy cars.
It's going to pull it up there. So if they find what they want, they can apply there. It's going to send the lead to the dealership to call the customer. And it's the same process as what we do basically we put our power on your website.
Okay. So we like that. We like that.
We like it too.
So if I'm going to go purchase a car, what kind of information do I need to have handy?
Oh, this is a great question, and I'm so glad you asked it. When you're going to purchase anything or ask for financing, make sure you know your social.
Of course, yes.
Understand the difference between net and gross income. Okay. Gross being before taxes, net is what you take home. I would say 99.9% of credit applications ask for your gross income, which is what we would like to take home.
Right. After taxes, it's different.
Yeah, it's the before taxes amount. And I think that is the biggest issue we see is people, we don't know what we make. Honestly, we look at what we take home, but when you apply online, it may double tax you. So if you put in your take home, it's going to take out taxes from that. So know your gross income and be prepared to provide proof of income. That's a big deal. So
a check
stub, yes.
Okay, check stub. Okay.
Check stub. So those are the biggest things. If you've just moved, how are you going to prove your address? Things like that, just to be prepared. Those are things a bank could ask for. Insurance.
Of course.
Be prepared to show those types of things. But that's the biggest thing is know your income.
And you got to have a job.
Yes.
With a steady income.
Yes.
Because let's say, for example, they're not going to go into the website. They want a car, but they don't think they can afford a car because they don't have a steady income, but they have a little cash coming here and there. Can you accommodate that?
It depends how consistent the income is, because we do you have self-employed borrowers. We definitely lend to self-employed borrowers. So it just depends what income can be proven. So each field is going to be a little bit different, but there's instances where not just us, but banks can look at bank statements as a way to prove income. You have people sometimes who get paid cash. Right. So if you're paid cash, what I would recommend is to establish a routine of making deposits, of depositing 100% of that money into your bank account so that you, if ever asked to show proof of income, you have it. Like, I may not have a check stub, but I can show you that every week on Monday I deposit X amount of dollars.
And consistency as well. And that will also help you develop your credit.
Right, exactly. And it's just a good habit. Good saving habit too, because if it's in your pocket, you'll spend it.
Right. I carry very little cash. I might have like $2 in there.
I will spend it.
Yeah.
Don't put it in my pocket.
Be careful. So once again, if you're going to go into our website, you found a car or you have an idea of a beautiful car that you want to have and you want to buy from Viva Auto Group, have your social security number ready, have your check stub or know your net and your gross income.
Right. And pay attention to see if what it's asking for. Because some do ask, what is your net income? But if it's asking for gross, make sure you're putting what you get before taxes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Anything you'd like to add?
No. Just buy, click, and drive.
Pick, click,
and drive. Yeah, there you go. Pick, click, and drive.
Sylvia, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing some very valuable information from Capital One, and also sharing a little bit of your story on how you are El Paso grown and El Paso proud.
Yes, El Paso proud, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'd like to hear what you think about today's conversation. go to the Viva Auto Group Facebook page and like us. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car or truck, we invite you to choose a Viva vehicle.